Hiya, so today I'd like to ask you a few questions about thriller films. So, number one, do you enjoy watching thriller films?
Yeah, I do actually. They're quite like fun to watch, particularly with like your friends. I
Yeah.
think.
So as you enjoy watching them, what do you think you like about them most?
I guess that they're like really tense. So
Yeah.
like there's like a lot of like adrenaline and stuff.
Cool. Okay. Number two, what type of atmosphere do you think thriller films create?
So again, like really like tense, but also like kind of like exciting. But you're kind of like anticipating what's gonna happen next. So it's you're very like aware of what's happening.
Yeah. So number three, how do they make you feel personally when you watch them?
I guess it's not really like scared as much. Like they do like in one way. Like if it's like a jump scare, then I'd get like
Yeah.
scared. But then like a lot of the time, like the difference between that and a horror is like worried more.
Yeah.
Like I'm like anticipating
Or
it
like
a lot.
nervous.
Yeah, like really nervous and stuff. Rather than like a horror film, there's a lot for me. There's like a lot more jump scares, which I
Yeah.
don't like as well.
Okay, thank you. Number four, do you think sound effects and music are important in a thriller film?
Yeah, I do actually. I think it's like a massive thing, and like it shouldn't be overdone as well.
Yeah.
Like it should be used to like build tension. But like
Yeah.
if you've got films like I don't know, but like Inception and stuff like that, when there's just music all the time, it's like really like constant and stuff.
Yeah.
It's really off-putting. So I think like as it builds up, and then like some silence, and then
Yeah,
as it builds
so
up
just
again.
little bits.
Yeah, here and
Okay,
there.
thank you. Number five, what do you think the characters in a thriller film should be like?
I think there should be like a clear protagonist and an antagonist, or maybe
Yeah.
like two or three or something. And there should definitely be like a victim usually. Then
Yeah.
there needs to be like someone who's like, particularly even if I know it sounds really bad, but like even if they're like slightly more like insignificant, those
Yeah.
kinds of people like are usually the ones who are like victimized a lot. So
Yeah.
they don't really do anything towards the plot, but they like at the start you might see them get killed or something
Yeah.
like that. And I think that's kind of like quite good.
Although that's quite stereotypical, do you definitely think that should still be included?
It depends. It depends really. Like it's interesting to look at it from like the perspective like you're looking at the whole film rather than just like from the opening through
Yeah.
the rest of it. So like obviously there might be people who like victimized who like they're victimized later on in the film. But I think earlier on, I'm not too sure actually. I reckon it's just a mixture of both. I think like
Yeah,
earlier on
depends
in
on
the
the
film.
storyline.
Yeah, it depends on the storyline.
Okay. Number six, what gender is most commonly the antagonist, the bad guy, in thriller films, and do you think this makes for a good storyline?
I usually see like the male as the antagonist
Yeah.
usually, but I actually find that a lot of the time in thriller films, if the female is the antagonist, I find it a lot more shocking and kind of like I always find that like the female antagonists are usually really like clever and
Yeah.
and like malicious and kind of
Yeah.
like they're like really crafty in things that they do, which makes it like even more.
I guess that's because
Shocking.
it's not stereotypical, so it's a
Yeah.
bit different, isn't it? Number seven, what do you think should always be included in a thriller film? So, I don't know, music, the storyline, actors.
Like a really good actors firstly, and like knowing when like the actors should know like when to be like subtle and when to be like they should know like the whole storyline, so they're not overdoing some bits
Yeah.
that like maybe the director doesn't want to be overdone because they want it to contrast other scenes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But also like location I think is like really important as well.
Yeah,
It's like kind of
definitely.
like you need like real, like either like a really rural area or a really like urban area.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. So the last question, number eight, what's been your most favourite thriller film that you've watched recently, and why is it your favourite?
So like recently, I just watched again. Like I think it was on the TV the other day. James Bond, Skyfall,
Yeah.
which I always forgot about. Really, like all the James Bond films, but I do find them like particularly that last one because they go into like his character a lot more,
Yeah.
which is kind of like cool. But yeah, I kind of really like that one. I didn't expect to like it.
Yeah.
As my favourite because I really like the first one as my favourite.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did really enjoy that.
What do you think made it your favourite? Was it the camera work, the sounds, the actors, or?
The storyline really was just like so much more whole. Like it came like it was really sad towards the end because obviously I can't remember the character. No, M. Yeah.
Yeah.
The person who was like in charge of everything. died at the end, which was like really sad. But also like the location I found really interesting. Like, it was
Yeah.
really lovely how it was kind of like sad but nice in the same way. How it was done really simplistically. That like the final scenes where it was like really dramatic was filmed like at his own house where he used to live with his parents.
Yeah.
Before, like,
So it seemed a bit more real.
yeah, it seemed a bit more real and a bit more like personal to the character.
Yeah.
I think that's important. Like, you should make the location link with the characters in like a clear way or something.
Yeah. Okay, thank you for your time. Hiya. So today I'd like to ask you a few questions about thriller films. So, number one, do you enjoy watching thriller films? If so, what do you like about them?
I do enjoy thriller films. I like the fact that some can keep you on the edge of your seat, and if
Yeah.
you have that kind of a mystery,
Yeah.
it keeps you guessing. You don't know what's going to happen.
Okay, thank you. Number two, what type of atmosphere do you think they create?
I think they create like a suspense and tension. I
Yeah.
think that's really important for a thriller film to
Yeah.
keep the audience intrigued.
How do they make you feel?
Again, like, they keep me on the edge of my seat, and I like the fact that it creates, like, gives me tension.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen.
Okay, cool. Number four, do you think sound effects and music are important in a thriller film?
I think that they're really important because it kind of sets the mood
yeah.
for it. Say if it's just before something's going to happen, it starts off slow, then it builds
Yeah,
up. And
you
builds
kind
up.
of know, you can nearly expect something,
Yeah,
can't
that's
you?
what's going to happen.
Number five, what do you think the characters in a thriller film should be like?
I think that you should have a protagonist and antagonist,
Yeah.
so a good guy and a bad guy, kind of them battling each
Yeah.
other, if that makes sense.
And would you say that's quite stereotypical, but is that a good thing, do you think?
It is stereotypical, and I think that's what people want to see,
Yeah.
but for me personally, I would like to see it the other way
Something
around.
different, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Number six, what gender is most commonly the antagonist, bad guy, in a thriller film? And do you think that makes for a good storyline?
I think, yeah, a male is normally the antagonist.
Yeah.
Just like put
Thank
that together. And yeah, I think it does make a good storyline, but again, I would like to see a change, maybe a female being
Yeah.
the antagonist. You don't see that very often.
Yeah, it's a bit more unique.
Yeah.
Number seven, what do you think should always be included in a thriller film? So, I guess good actors, lighting, music.
I think music is really important,
Yeah.
and also the kind of the characters, again,
Yeah,
the bad guy, the good guy,
yeah. Okay.
in that
thank
sort
you.
of way.
So the last question, what's been your most favourite thriller film that you've watched recently, and why is that your favourite?
I think it's going to be Taken.
Yeah.
I like the storyline of that. I think that's really good storyline about
Yeah.
the dad trying to rescue his daughter.
Okay. Hiya, so today I'd like to ask you a few questions about thriller films. Do you enjoy watching thriller films, and if so, what do you like about them?
I do enjoy watching thriller films, and I like how they're so intense.
Yeah, okay. Number two, what type of atmosphere do you think they create?
A very kind of tense
Yeah.
atmosphere.
So like suspense as well.
Yeah.
Number three, how do they make you feel?
That was on the edge of my seat.
So you
like-
want to watch more, or
yeah, like excited.
Okay. Number four, do you think sound effects and music are important in thriller films?
Yeah. Very important. They create the whole atmosphere.
Yeah. Okay. Number five, what do you think the characters in a thriller film should be like? Like a bad guy or a good
yeah, there
guy,
should
or
be
like
kind of good guy, not good guy versus bad guy, but that kind of.
yeah. Do you like when it's quite stereotypical, or would you like to see something a bit different?
It'd be good to see something a bit different, but
Yeah. Depends on the storyline. I
yeah,
guess.
it depends on the story.
Number six, what gender is most commonly the antagonist? The bad guy in thriller films.
The male.
The male. Do you think that's good, or?
I think it is if you're like if they want to portray really like obvious.
Yeah.
Oh, men's really
Yeah.
manly and
Quite
that kind of thing.
stereotypical, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Number seven, what do you think should always be included in thriller films? So, what? Good location, music, lighting, actors, things like that.
There should always be good actors and
Yeah.
I would say good lighting as well. I think that plays a good role.
Yeah. Okay. Last question. What's been your most favourite thriller film that you've watched recently, and why is it your favourite?
I would say Taken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why was that your favourite thriller film?
Because it was really intense.
Okay. Thank you for your
Thank
time.
you.